Thanks for staying with us. We're just in the dying moments of our English segment on Citizen Extra, and Brian Acost is with us this morning. Morning, Brian. You have got the scoop on everything on social media, something I know nothing about, so take it away.
All right, a very good morning to you and Kigut, aka Kigut 100. Let's take a look at some of the entertainment stories that are making headlines this week. NASA presidential candidate Raila Odinga says he does not know that a section of Kenyans branded his running mate Kalonzo Musyoka a watermelon. The tag that has been used on Kalonzo on different political fronts by those claiming that the former vice president is often undecided on which political formation to incline toward gained traction during the August 2010 constitutional referendum. Kalonzo, in a previous interview on JKL, denied being indecisive on matters politics. Let us watch parts of Kalonzo and Raila interviews.
Okay. The watermelon tag. Yeah. Did that bother you when they kept referring to you as watermelon or chameleon?
Well, they did. I have family. I mean, how do you expect children to see their father is a chameleon, is a watermelon? A beautiful fruit, isn't it?
Oh, wonderful.
But I love the watermelon.
Me too.
But I wasn't a watermelon. You, Jeff.
I look like a chameleon?
Listen, you moved from Fairview Hotel. Yes. I think you went to KTN.
Yes.
Then you're in Citizen.
Yes.
What is your next destination? Are you a chameleon?
Those who did not believe in it, those who opposed it, and those whom we called the watermelons, who are now in charge of implementing this new constitution.
One of the person who's called a watermelon is actually your running mate.
That is, I'm not aware.
You're not aware that people call your running mate a watermelon?
I know the watermelons were there at that time.
That is NASA presidential candidate Raila Odinga saying that he is not aware at all people call or refer to Kalonzo Musyoka as a watermelon in the political front. Okay. Mystery surrounding the death of Ugandan businessman Ivan Ssemwanga has deepened after an Instagram post which sections believe was written by Ivan was published one day ago. In the post there is a photo of Ivan and Zari Hassan's two sons, that is Raphael and Quincy, having breakfast, and the picture was captioned, "Struggling to decide on what to have for breakfast." That immediately fans took to the comment section of Ivan's post and questioned if indeed it was Ivan who made the post or the page was being managed by another person. Ivan died on May 25th this year. Rumors in the past suggested that Ivan Ssemwanga faked his death after death he allegedly had ran into millions of shillings. Instagram policy has it that the account of a dead person is removed once news about his death is broadcast. Kigut 100. What do you think of the dead coming back online?
I don't know, because also in this country we have a history of burying the wrong people, etc. But I believe that his funeral was pretty public, wasn't it?
Yes, he was one of the public figures, and he's actually...
And we saw, you know, him being buried, isn't it?
Yes, everybody, it was covered extensively by entertainment outlets, including edaily.co.ke. And a lot of people in South Africa, that is in Pretoria, say that the guy had a lot of money. He owed a lot of people a lot of money, running into millions of shillings, and so he decided, you know what, I'll fake my death.
But the page wasn't taken down by Instagram?
Yes, the page has not yet been taken down, despite the numerous reports which have covered Ivan Ssemwanga's death.
Does that need to be formally reported? Do you need to report to Instagram to take down?
According to Instagram policies, that either your family members or people related to you should report about your death, or alternatively, if credible news outlets report about your death, then automatically Instagram pulls down your Instagram account. So in this case, Citizen covered, KTN covered, all these news outlets covered information about Ivan Ssemwanga's death, and so Instagram out there automatically knows that this guy is long gone. So the account should have really been pulled down by now.
Wow.
All right, moving on to another story. High-flying Tanzanian singer Lulu Diva suffered an embarrassment last week when her ex-lover reclaimed a high-end car he had bought her when they were deeply in love several months ago. Lulu Diva and her current lover, singer Madi, were driving home from an entertainment joint in Dar es Salaam when her ex-lover drove past them at Salenda area and blocked the road. Shortly thereafter, Luludiva's ex-partner got out of his car and demanded she gives him the car key. The spurned ex-lover said he was repossessing the car because he and Diva are no longer an item. Diva and the current lover had to take a taxi home. Kiguts 100. When relationships come to an end, is this the best way to handle issues? If somebody gave out a car to the lover and decide, now you know what, this relationship has ended, do you go back to pick the gift that you actually gave that particular person? I
mean, I don't know about that, but I think what catches me in your line is, you know, they were deeply in love several months ago, and then several months later, you know, they're not. I don't know. It's unfortunate, and it doesn't have to be so, you know, ugly in public. But you know, to each his own, I suppose.
Yeah, sometimes matters love really gets so murky, especially if you're a public figure. And I remember Luludiva was hosted on 10 over 10 show some time back, and she said she was single. Now, and I quote exactly what she said: "Natafuta mwanaume ambaye ni care, mwanaume ambaye ni kind, mwanaume ambaye ni loving." Those are her exact words, sorry, that she's looking for that particular person. And
aren't we all? Isn't that what everybody wants? Everybody just wants to be loved, I think.
Yes, and
I think.
But now, you know the embarrassment of driving in a high-end car with the current lover, and the current lover being actually removed out of that car and being told, you know what, you didn't buy this car, get her a car if you really want to enjoy the services of a private car, or else drive a taxi home like they did.
Well, nobody died from taking a taxi, so...
Yeah, no one has ever died.
Let's not overplay the whole, you know, having to be in a posh car. I mean...
All right. Okay, moving on to another story. Tanzania's President John Pombe Magufuli has asked the country's judiciary not to forward to him a list of criminals who have been sentenced to death by hanging. Speaking in Dar es Salaam on Monday when overseeing the swearing-in of Tanzania's new Chief Justice, Professor Ibrahim Juma, Magufuli said he knows the number of people who have been sentenced to death, but he won't okay the execution of the capital punishment. Magufuli told the new CJ, and I quote, "I know there is a list of wrongdoers who the judiciary sentenced to death by hanging. Please don't bring that list to me. I won't okay the execution of the convicted criminals. I fear doing that."
I mean, you know, this is a huge issue of the world over, you know, the death penalty, and whether that is something that societies should still be considering. I mean, you've had all sorts of groups, Human Rights Watch, etc., advocating, you know, that such sentences are commuted or served differently. You'll remember here in Kenya, Brian, we haven't executed anyone in years. And the only time the president said that, you know, capital punishment would be considered was when he launched SGR and said that that would be considered, you know, not just economic sabotage, but, you know, a capital offense, and that he would not be afraid, you know, to act within the law. But I think the world over this seems to be the civilized way, you know, democracies want to handle it.
True to what you say, very true. And I understand that the last time I checked online, by reading online articles, I realized Kenya does not have a hangman.
Okay, yeah.
All right, moving on to another story. If you thought Kanjo harassment of hawkers is unique to Nairobi, then you're probably wrong. A video shows a university police officer in California, USA, harassing a hot dog vendor on campus for operating without a permit. That video has gone viral on social media. The officer is seen pulling cash out of the vendor's wallet and folding it into his hand. Such an experience is near similar, if not similar, to what hawkers in the streets of Nairobi go through. Let us watch a merger of two videos, one from the California incident and another from Nairobi, which shows a similarity in operation by law enforcers from the respective regions.
You're right. Welcome. Hey, I'm working for you. Not for me, brother. Not for me.
All right, people often think that the Kanjo harassment of hawkers is unique to Nairobi or major cities in Africa. But again, it shows you that in the state of California, even the law enforcers actually harass these hawkers. Kiguta, what do you think? To an extent where the police officer is getting into the wallet of that particular food vendor and taking the money?
I mean, I don't know about that. I'm not sure what the law provides for, but I can say, I mean, at least for here in the capital, you heard the governor, you know, giving a very stern warning to county workers that should they be caught harassing, you know, traders, that they will face, you know, criminal prosecution. And I think that's something everybody can welcome, you know. Yeah,
and interestingly, the American food vendor, a lot of people from 27 countries have actually come on board and made up a kitty which has raised around 5.7 million shillings just in support of him. A lot of people feel that he was badly treated. Oh, come on. But, you know, we are absolutely out of time, Brian, and I think we may have to end it up there, but thank you so much. Great stories from you, as always. Brian Okoth from our social media desk. Have a great day, Brian. Have a good one, too. Good to 100. That's the time we have on Citizen Extra. I am Kiguts 100, apparently. You have yourself a lovely day. The show continues in Swahili. Keep it Citizen TV.